Hello, my name's Audrey. This is my first video speaking, so I wanted to talk about how people have to deal with a lot in their lives, and like, if you don't have anything, and just like the saying, treat others how you want to be treated, that just goes by saying, like, you just gotta, like, respect other people and what they want, and if they would prefer not to hang out at the moment, you gotta just understand that. Or, like, if they're going through a tough time, be there for them. If you really care about the friend or person. And I feel like a lot of people just struggle with, like, a lot of mental health issues, which is definitely hard to deal with, and they also have some, like, illnesses that aren't invisible, and ones that are visible, and people tend to just, ask them how they're doing just because, say, they're in a wheelchair, they have crutches, or they have to be on, like, bed rest for the time being until they, like, have the ability to walk, or they have to use a tablet to talk, or they have to use, like, an earpiece to be able to hear a conversation with you. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I have been doing tests over the years to basically evaluate myself. Not everybody has to do these tests, but, like, I think it's, like, comes to a certain point when, like your parents know something's wrong. They tell the doctor about it so that they can, like, run some tests, or even the school could notice too, because, like, I've been on an IEP for a long time. And, like, I never fully, like, understood it until, like, I had joined the meeting, like, I think, like, 8th grade or 7th grade. Not really sure which grade it was, but I just really didn't want to be there for the meeting, because, like, to me, it's, like, a stressful thing that, like, I don't even want to, like, think about. I don't want to, like, put my input, because when I decided to input my feedback, like, my parents would be on the other, like, they would be, like, at home video calling, and I'd be in school with, like, one of the teachers, and I, like, and the people in the call would ask me, like, what I felt about something, and I would express it, and then my parents would question what I said, and they didn't necessarily agree. And, like, I've had many long talks with them about the IEP over the years, trying to, like, fully understand it, and I think my issue was that I just kind of refused. I refused it. because I didn't want to believe it to be true and I wanted to have nothing to do with it. Which is like a valid feeling, but it comes to a point where it's irrational and it's like going out of proportion. And I didn't necessarily like it. I mean, I would have special math classes because, like, I had a math, like, disability where, like, the levels were lower than normal. Also, another reason why I'm saying how life can be hard with mental health issues is because I did just recently, within the past year or two, I got tested again by a different place. I mean, it was a boring test, and there were visible signs that the proctor could see when I was there that, like, I had a hard time making eye contact, or I would be vague in my responses. And I had a hard time remembering certain bits of short stories that she told. And asked me, like, questions about it afterwards. And then came the computer test. And then the results came in. And came out with the result that, like I didn't want to like go to the meeting to hear about like the results because like I just feel like that would have been hard for me to even hear because like I get emotional a lot and I just feel like I wouldn't have been in a good place to even hear about it, so my parents just went. So anyways, out of the testing results we found something new, is that I have autism level 1. And my mom talked to me more about it. And she like explained what it like means, and then it clicked with me that some of the things that I would do over the years, I could see now where they're coming from. Like for example, I don't think I have a specific example that I can think of at the moment. I do know that one thing that stuck. Actually, bringing and like sneaking food upstairs to my room to eat it, not telling my parents about it. And then I did eventually get caught for that, but there have been also other times of other different repetitive behaviors that I've seen myself doing over the years, and I've tried to tell myself like that I want to change those behaviors, because every time I've had a conversation with my parents and they provide an example of like what we were talking about, they're like mentioning something I had done in the past because that's all they have seen me do because I haven't improved. that motion. I just haven't figured out how to get myself better in that sense. So, yeah. And like, I've looked into it too. And it's not just repetitive behaviors. Like, there seems to be like other things, like autistic people like to have a routine. And if something changes, or if there's like a major change, that can be very emotional for them. And I feel like I've gotten upset over like a lot of the smallest things in my life that, like, now I realize that like they were like small things and I shouldn't have like even bothered to be mad at or emotional about it. I just think we need to bring awareness to the people who have to endure life with with masking mental illnesses or chronic illnesses, or even ones where they like maybe can't move, or it was something that they were born with. But what we can do is support those people because they need others to lean on them. And I just honestly wish I outed myself. Like, once I found out that I had autism, I feel like I should have told people so that maybe they'd understand where I'm coming from, and that it takes me a little bit longer to process certain things. So, I don't know. That's something I could have thought about, because if I would have done that, then I would have had more connections with people, and I just feel like they would see me and understand, okay, she needs a little bit more time. Because since I didn't do that, I didn't get to make like a stronger connection with certain people. And I don't know if it's just part of being like an introvert, or if having autism has anything to do with it, but I've always struggled socially. Like, I never know what to say, and like when I would, if I were to go up to someone, I wouldn't know what to say. And I just feel like I also put in too much effort in trying to like bond with people. Like, I'm better at texting people than an in-person conversation, which I know I could definitely be good at. at some point. Like, I wish I just could convert myself, that is, doing the texting, into like a real life in person conversation. Because that's how people grow. And gain more people in their life, I think. Well, let me know what you think about this video, and there will be more to come. Have a great day. And if you're ever in a tough place, just know that there are people you can reach out to. I know you don't know me that well yet, but I will be here for you. So, goodbye. Have a great day, and have fun.